All right, so creativity, what is it, and is AI a good substitute for creativity? So, when it comes to creativity is sort of this interesting sort of hybrid element. So, on the one hand, very few people generate many actually original ideas, right? Most of us, when we say we're being creative, we're actually taking pre-existing ideas and maybe applying them. There's a little bit of creativity, a little bit of novelty, a little bit of something different about either the combination of the ideas or the way in which we apply them or something like that, or the execution. So for instance, if I'm an auto manufacturer and I decide to get really creative with my cars, and I decide, hey, you know what, we could reduce rolling friction and improve, miles per hour by having 3 wheels instead of 4. Well, okay, maybe that was a novel idea, or maybe I knew about the cars in the past that had 3 wheels, or I'm basing the idea, maybe I'm familiar with like tuk-tuks in some other country, or maybe there were 3 wheelers on the farm when I was growing up, and so maybe maybe I'm being creative, but while I am being creative in that it's not the norm to have 3 wheels on a car, I'm still maybe borrowing from something that I've seen or heard or whatever in the past. So creativity, I think, generally is coming to problems with an open mind, so to speak, and that with the idea that past solutions may not be the best, and that maybe a different solution or something fresh might be better. And when it comes to creative like content or like media, that kind of thing, or even just maybe even other areas too, but that's especially where I think AI can really play a role. So sometimes if I'm trying to figure out a topic to produce some content on or whatever, I may, for a blog post or whatever, I may ask ChatGPT, hey, give me some ideas for, XYZ type of company on what they could post about. And I might even give ChatGPT a link to be like, hey, check out this website, and then give me some ideas on what I could write about. Now, it's not. So I find that ChatGPT is a really helpful helpful tool. So AI, I think, is a really helpful tool for kind of getting the process going. Because sometimes, you're just kind of staring there, looking at a blank screen or whatever, and you're just kind of like, how do I get like started here? It's like once the car is moving, it's easier to accelerate, but when it's just sitting there, sometimes you can just kind of feel a little stuck. So that's where I think ChatGPT or AI tools in general can be very helpful, is that they can give you a bunch of ideas, and maybe they're like, hey, write this article, and you're like, actually, that's not a great idea, but I could change that a little bit and make it into a really good idea. So it's kind of like so in an odd way, it's like a repository for creativity. It just kind of takes out like some of the effort of creativity, if you will. It's not good enough yet to replace it. Like, there's a lot of specific knowledge, information, context that we have that AI still doesn't do the greatest job always. But it is a powerful tool for like getting unstuck. Just to start with to get some ideas flowing, to get some options, to get some thoughts rolling. AI is really terrific for that, actually.